Did you know that some of the largest living organisms on Earth are not animals, plants, or even trees, but giant underground fungi spreading silently through forests for miles? The fungal phylum known as Basidiomycota contains many of the mushrooms people recognize instantly, including shelf fungi, puffballs, jelly fungi, rusts, smuts, and classic umbrella-shaped mushrooms. This group includes some of the most important decomposers on Earth, helping recycle dead wood, leaves, and nutrients back into ecosystems every single day. But Basidiomycota fungi are not just recyclers, because some form partnerships with trees, some infect crops with devastating diseases, and others even glow in the dark. To understand how these fungi function, we first need to explore the hidden body that exists beneath the mushroom itself. The mushroom people see is only the fruiting body, while the real organism is usually an underground network called mycelium. Mycelium is made from microscopic strands called hyphae that spread through wood, soil, or living organisms while absorbing nutrients. These hyphae grow outward constantly, branching like biological highways in search of food and moisture. Some Basidiomycota species can grow incredibly fast under ideal conditions, with mycelium expanding several centimeters in a single day. In forests, the mycelium often forms relationships with tree roots and structures called mycorrhizae. The fungus supplies water and minerals to the tree, while the tree provides sugars created through photosynthesis. Some scientists describe these underground fungal systems as a kind of biological communication network connecting entire forests together. When environmental conditions become favorable, the hidden mycelium begins producing fruiting bodies above the surface. Moisture, temperature, oxygen levels, and seasonal changes can all trigger mushroom formation. Inside the developing mushroom, specialized cells begin preparing millions or even billions of spores. Unlike plants that produce seeds, fungi reproduce using microscopic spores that drift through air currents. In Basidiomycota fungi, spores are usually produced on tiny club-shaped structures called basidia. The name Basidiomycota literally comes from these microscopic basidia structures. Once mature, spores are launched into the air using tiny bursts of water pressure generated directly by the fungus itself. Air currents can then carry the spores across forests, fields, or even entire continents. If a spore lands in a suitable environment, it germinates and begins forming new hyphae. Eventually, compatible fungal strains merge together, allowing a mature mycelial network to develop. That network may survive for years, decades, or in some cases even thousands of years. One of the most important jobs Basidiomycota fungi perform is decomposing lignin in wood. Lignin is an extremely tough material that gives trees rigidity and strength. Very few organisms can efficiently break lignin down, but many Basidiomycota fungi evolve specialized enzymes capable of digesting it. Without these fungi, forests would eventually become buried beneath enormous layers of undecomposed wood. Some species such as turkeytail and bracket fungi slowly digest tree trunks over many years. Others attack living trees directly, causing rot diseases that weaken forests from the inside. Rust fungi and smut fungi are also members of Basidiomycota and can infect important agricultural crops like wheat and corn. Some rust fungi have extremely complicated life cycles involving multiple host species. Certain species may require one plant during one stage of life and an entirely different plant during another stage. Meanwhile, edible mushrooms like shiitake and button mushrooms are cultivated worldwide as major food sources. These fungi are rich in nutrients and contain proteins, fiber, vitamins, and complex organic compounds. Some Basidiomycota fungi are also studied for medical compounds with antibacterial or immune-related effects. Not all Basidiomycota look like ordinary mushrooms. Puffballs release spores in giant dusty clouds when disturbed by rain or animals. Stinkhorn fungi produce foul odors that attract insects to spread spores. Jelly fungi absorb water and transform into soft translucent structures after rainfall. Some mushrooms even produce bioluminescence using chemical reactions that generate visible green light. Scientists are still investigating why certain fungi evolve the ability to glow. One possibility is that the light attracts insects that help distribute spores. Basidiomycota fungi are among the most important hidden organisms on Earth. They recycle nutrients, support forests, infect plants, feed animals, shape ecosystems, and constantly release billions of spores into the atmosphere. Every mushroom in the forest is only a brief visible moment in the life of a much larger hidden organism beneath the ground. And even today, scientists continue discovering new Basidiomycota species hiding in forests, caves, wetlands, and microscopic environments around the world. The next time you see a mushroom growing quietly after rain, you may actually be looking at one small part of a gigantic living network operating beneath your feet.